The group are back in Candlekeep, having just completed a jailbreak with a cast-down god, Desayeus, and his faithful Liliendi out of Pandemonium. Now with the knowledge that they must travel to the positive energy plane to find the Bastion of unborn souls, they begin some further study, taking advantage of all the books around them. Meanwhile, approaching Candlekeep, a clockwork man and a Marilith advance on the gates and request access. The clockwork man says, "I have tracked a fugitive from Mechanus to here and request entry to bring him to justice." Standing next to him, the Marilith, being the Cathezar, also turns to the monks at the entry and says, "Yes, I too am tracking a group of felons and wish to gain access to rid your place of them. Now, step aside, little man." The monks realise that these two are here for particular planar work and allow them access, but get word out that there is a demon tracking down someone who is undone an agreement. While the group are studying and preparing themselves for a trip to the positive energy plane, Gazza teleports himself to Baldur's Gate to sell off some of his ill-gotten gain, the F3D bottle and a few other items. And while gone, a mechanical construct is walking around the library asking about his location. The clockwork man approaches the group and asks, "Excuse me, I have been tracking a humanoid across the plains for crimes against Mechanus. Have you seen this man?" And he holds up a very detailed drawing of Gazza. All the group just sort of look away like... Hot Daniel gets up and has a look. "Oh, no, sweetie. I would never be caught dead with a man dressed like that. Oh, look at the outdated occult symbols, the mismatching of colours. No, haven't seen him." The clockwork man seems to take this as truth and continues on. Jess leaves and Mack decides to follow just in case she's up to something. Jess heads back to Thaddeus' room and starts elaborately setting up a big welcome back sign amongst the Lillian who are still hanging around. When Thaddeus does return, Jess pops some fireworks and some streamers and is like, "Yay! Welcome back!" But Thaddeus doesn't take it the way Jess thought he might and storms out of the room. Jess quickly follows behind and Thaddeus just keeps storming on ahead and she won't stop, so she polymorphs him into a dream triceratops as he tries to run down the hot corridor screaming for help. Mack is trying to keep an eye on this, but then he hears something happening back in the library and quickly taps his boots and teleports back. With Mack and Jess looking after Thaddeus' room, Gazza teleports back and joins the group in researching. But it's at this point the Marilith finally finds the group and launches her attack, heading straight for Hot Daniel. This fight doesn't go well for the Cathezar, as unfortunately a small mouse jumps off the table, zips across the room, and then polymorphs into a fallen demigod and lays waste to her quite quickly. Mack also managed to teleport into the fight, but Desayeus had it in control, and the Marilith falls quickly. She turns to Ica and eeps away. Jess and Thaddeus returned just at the end of that fight. Thaddeus still in Dream Triceratops form. Jess quickly turns around and accosts Thaddeus of not helping out the team enough, and that we really should have been up in his game. Thaddeus, still in Triceratops form, storms off. Those words must have struck a chord with Thaddeus. As he turns around in Triceratops form and starts to leave, he shifts back into human and heads back to his room. Jess goes to check on him as she wonders if her joke landed right with him, and finds him in his room, sobbing on the bed, holding the banner she'd made. They catch each other's eyes. Thaddeus sits up. They look at each other. through tear-soaked eyes, and they quickly come in and hug and embrace and say that they're sorry. Realising that people are on their tail, and if they're going to get to the Bastion, they better move quickly, the group gather and cast plane shift to the positive energy plane. Everything is full of radiance beyond compare. It's life realised at its fullest. Our characters swell with brilliance. As the group tries to get used to the subjective gravity, that's where we'll leave them until next time.